Hello everybody, Average Arcader here, and it's been another update on the Minecraft Marketplace store. In the news section, we have another 29 new mods to check out. I've already done that, so I'm going to tell you guys the ones that got my attention. I'm going to start with my top 5, and then I'm going to do some honorable mentions. So let's get started. Number 1 that got my attention right away is Tower of Infinity by Pathway Studios. I happen to really like Pathway Studios. When I normally see one of their mods, I automatically check it out because they like to do story-driven mods. They like to do quests, or they just simply like to do like wave-based combat style. You know, they're doing something. It's gonna have a story with it. It's gonna be something interesting, at least one playthrough interesting. And they're normally not too expensive. This particular one looks interesting. Tower of Infinity looks interesting. Description says you take on the role of Leonard, a knight driven off his path home after a storm disrupts his journey. After stumbling upon a unique tower, he realizes it holds magical properties, and he's been chosen to vanquish the evil within. See, they normally have like I said, it's very narrative driven. Then it says you can defeat waves of enemies. A boss has you proceed up the tower. Includes 19 skins. That's pretty interesting. Normally, a new map might have 5, 4, 1 even. I've seen them just do 1 or 2. 19. I think that's the first time I've seen that many skins. Okay, this is by Mechs and Pathway Studios. So I think the Mechs studio might have done the licensing, and then Pathway actually published it. I'm not sure. They'll do that with multiple studios, and it's either they both worked on it or there's a license. I'm not sure. I wish they would put that information into these mods. Either which way, this looks interesting, and I'll either review it or check it out soon, hopefully. It will be. I try to pick out ones and try to stick around that. I know there's at least 2 that I will cover of my top 5. Alright, next. Mechs and Robots by BB Studios. Now, I've heard a lot about BB Studios, but I've never actually played one of their mods. But I have seen them. They always do look interesting. I might actually play this one sometime this week. Okay. Fight enemy robots aboard your mechs. Trade magical flowers, new ores, and robot hearts for the mechs. Unlock 4 different mechs and destroy all the robots in your path. It's time to fight enemy robots against your mechs with super powerful explosive missiles. Seems interesting enough. 5 new minerals, 4 different mechs, 5 types of enemy robots. I was gonna say, from the quick little, demo pictures here, it does look interesting. It looks decently designed. Like I said, another one I might check out either with a let's play or a review. Possibly let's play. I do happen to like robot stuff. I did one with mechs versus dinosaurs that actually turned out pretty cool, so we'll maybe check that one out as well. But big one that got my attention, Dragon Skyblock by Pixelillusion. I actually am very familiar with Pixelillusion. I've done a couple of their mods. I've either played for myself, or I've done a let's play on, or a review. They normally do a good job too. Their worlds normally are big and custom designed, and then they throw just the little things for you to do so that you can explore and have fun while you're doing it. But this has dragons in it. I love dragons. So the balance of the worlds has been shattered. Collect ender pearls scattered across the sky and defeat the tough, dark dragon to face the threat in the end. Good luck, hero. Okay, so this one, of course, you can tame and ride dragons, which, I mean, that always gets my attention. I'm always willing to try that. I really wish dragons were somehow tameable within the regular Minecraft version. If they could add that, that would be epic. But, alas, we don't have that. But anyway, tame and ride your own dragon. Fight the dark dragon while you ride yours. Epic dungeons and epic loot. 7 biomes to explore. 5 free skins by Pixel Illusion and Block Factory. Okie dokie. Like I said, this one does look very interesting. Anything where you can tame dragons is going to get my attention. So we might be doing a let's play of this. Possibly for sure doing a let's play of this. It looks like something you kind of do a let's play for. You've got dungeons, you've got basically free roaming. That's a let's play type thing, because then you can take your time, explore everything. Fight that dark dragon they keep talking about. Definitely worth checking out. I know I'm going to. Even if I don't cover it on the channel, I'm definitely going to get this mod. Okay, next one is Ice World by Black Lab Studios. Ice World, it looks like just, again, another one of those interesting skyblocks. Let's see. Ice World or a huge ice world filled with ice dragons, ice wells, mysterious frost bugs, unusual plants, and of course, lots and lots of treasure. Stay warm with the included handmade skin pack and go on an adventure today. Dudes. Oh, so this one comes, see how I said this one comes with 6 free skins. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say they were free. You are paying for the mod, but you know, don't pay no attention to me. I'm an idiot. But you see, this one came with 6. The one before this came with 5, and that other one came with 19. Like I said, you're normally going to see numbers like 5 or 6. 19, that's a lot. Okay, looks interesting enough. It definitely got my attention. It looks like something worth exploring. I am not very familiar with these studios that are involved in this LLC one, and published by Block Labs. Okay, thank you for letting us know. So it was licensed by the other studio and then published by Block Lab Studio. Okay, sweet. So we know who did what. Like I said, it looks interesting. I'm not familiar with this Block Lab Studios. I think I might have seen them before, but I have not actually checked out any of their mods. But it does look interesting, especially the ice wells. I think that's what kind of caught my attention. I know there's dragons in there too, but I like the ice wells thing as well. So maybe check that one out. And then our last top one that I'm definitely going to try to either, like the top ones are ones I'm planning to try to cover. I'm not going to get them all because I'm only one person. But I will know for at least a fact 2 of those are going to be covered sometime this week, either by a let's play or a review. So into the dungeons. This looks interesting because it's a dungeon. It looks like it's a dungeon crawler. I like dungeon crawlers. So normally I'll check out a mod that says it has dungeons for you to explore, because I like dungeon crawlers as well. Filled with mobs and monsters, enter into a collection of randomized dungeons with thousands of possible combinations and paths. Run through, gear up, and make your way to one of the 4 final bosses to win the dungeon. Can you defend yourself and your friends and find the way to the end? Venture into the dungeons and find out. Okay, so you've got 4 skins for girls and boys. Random dungeons. Again, like I said, I like dungeon crawlers. And the description, the thousands of possibilities and combinations for random dungeons, I would love to see how they did that. So like, are the dungeons the same and what you fight different? Or are they actually changing elements within the dungeon? That's something worth checking out as well. It looks interesting, and like I said, I like dungeon crawlers. And you can play with multiple people, it sounds like. I wish there was a way, because I know for a fact some mods you can play offline without putting them on a realm with other people, and others you can't. I wish I knew for sure which ones were which. You won't know until you actually try. Because I would love to get some of these multiplayer mods that people are eligible just to join without putting them on a realm, so that I can do some videos of multiplayer people, you know, multiplayer mods. Start doing tournaments and stuff like that. But it's hard because most of them, everyone needs to buy them first. And I don't want to make anyone buy anything, even if it's something I like. I'd love to just, you know, I don't know, maybe if people bought the same mods that I did and they said, hey, I happen to have that, we could do it. I can just start inviting people to videos and we can start doing that. Okay, those are my top 5, but let's quickly do some honorable mentions real quick before we run out of time. We're kind of already there, but I said I'd start doing honorable mentions. Number 1, Animal Camp by Cyclone Designs. I like Cyclone Designs. They make beautiful worlds worth exploring, so that one caught my attention. Next, Military Parachuters by, I think that's Geocraft. I'm not sure if that's how that's pronounced or not. Kind of weird how it's worded there, but that caught my attention too. A lot of the military ones catch my attention. I never actually get them, but they do look interesting. In this one, I think I read in the description, you get parachuted and you have to run through obstacle courses and stuff like that. Looks interesting. Next, Roblox Cube Challenge by Razzleberries. I happen to really like Razzleberries. They don't really do quest style mods or maps, but they do make really beautiful maps, and they're normally big, designed for you just to, normally they do survival maps. They do this huge spawn area that's really cool, and then you could just go there and do a normal survival playthrough on them. But this looks interesting as well. In the description, you have you go through different sections to collect a piece of a cube that you can put together in the middle, and each area has its own challenge. Pretty interesting, I must say myself. And then also on honorable mentions, Plane Crash Survival by Team Visionary. I happen to kind of like I just kind of discovered them, I think last week, but their mods do get my attention and they are well designed, so that one might be worth checking out. In the description it breaks down that your plane crashes and it's basically normal survival, but with 4 new mods, 3 of them being dangerous. You have wild boars, you have big bears, lynx, you have all these it's dangerous, and you're just surviving, just trying to simulate a realistic survival situation, which would that seems interesting. And I think that is it for my honorable mentions. If you guys see any mods that you think, that got your attention, that didn't get my attention, because, everyone's different, why don't you let us know what it is in the comment sections down below. But until next time, make sure you look out throughout this week until next week for these ones, my top 5. I know I'm going to be covering at the least 2 of them. I don't know which ones. I normally go through them and you see. I think I'll definitely be reviewing Tower of Infinity and trying to let's play Dragon Skyblock. That's what I'm going to shoot for. And if I can, maybe do something with Mechs and Robots. And personally, I might check out Into the Dungeon on my own. Might not actually cover it. I am sorry, I just don't have enough time in the day anymore. But I definitely am going to try to check out the Dragon Skyblock and the Tower of Infinity. What do you guys think? What do you like in this new update? Why don't you tell us down in the comment sections down below. But until next time, I'm Average Arcader. Have a nice day.